Hey guys, the Bearded Beast of Duloc here. I was asked to do some videos on simple periodization, and it's a complex topic, so I want to give it the appropriate amount of time. This video I want to talk about nonlinear periodization. I guess to talk about nonlinear periodization, you have to understand linear periodization. Linear periodization is kind of the old school, what we would consider old school powerlifting, where the guys started with, the rep work, like these 15, 18-week cycles, and over time they went from this low intensity, higher rep work down in a linear fashion towards a new 1 rep max attempt. That is linear progression. You're basically working from 15 to 12 to 10 to 8 to 6 to 4 to whatever reps. It's linear in nature. If you had the old geometric curve and algebra and all that kind of stuff that you forgot, kids, because you were sleeping. That's basically what linear progression is. So with that said, nonlinear progression is not following you're starting from low intensity, higher reps, point A, to your new 1 rep max attempt, point B, kids, point B down here. So you're going from A to B, but you're not doing it in linear fashion. You could do 15 reps one day, 5 the next, 12 the next day, 3 the next. Do you see how that's working? It's non-linear. It's kind of jumping around. You could do, a 10 rep day, a 5 rep day, a 12 rep day, a 3 rep day. It jumps around, but the point A still moves to point B, in that fashion. So, kids, that in a nutshell is non-linear periodization. I hope that made sense. Now, the application. If say you're let's start with a full body workout. Let's say you're lifting for muscle building, or you're doing basically a 3-day per week program for strength and muscle building or whatever. A nonlinear approach could be heavy, light, medium, okay, or medium, light, heavy, or on a daily basis it's like almost like an HLM, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not talking out of my league here, but on a weekly basis, you're not doing the same. You're not just doing light to heavy, over the course of a 3-day period. So you can do it on a weekly basis like that. Say you're doing an upper-lower split. You could alternate and week in and week out, and have like a heavy week and a lighter week, and then a moderately heavy week, and then a moderately lighter week, if that makes sense. You don't have to work from super high reps to super low reps over the course of whatever period of time you're doing. So did that make sense? I hope it made sense. It's late at night, and I don't want to confuse any of you with my babbling. So, kids, linear progression, to recap, is starting with lighter weight, lower intensity for a higher reps, and following it in almost a linear passion. Ooh, yes, kids, passion, kids. Following it in almost a linear pattern down to a new 1 rep max attempt. Say like 15 reps one week, 12 reps one week, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, whatever. Linear. Non-linear, you kind of jump around to get to the same thing. Maybe 15, down to 5, 12, 3, 8, 6, 1 rep max attempt, whatever. Many ways to boil an egg, kids. Many ways to boil that egg. So, that's nonlinear periodization. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, kids. And as always, please do me a favor and subscribe to the Bearded Beast of Duloc, kids. The Bearded Beast of Duloc, who talks about nonlinear periodization way too late at night when he should be sleeping, kids. When he should be sleeping. All right. Have a great day, guys.